Hi everyone, welcome back to the Kia Hyundai channel. My name's Gabi.
And I'm Charlotte.
And we're inside a 2024 Kia Sorento. That's right. We did a 2024 Hyundai Santa Fe and a Kia Sorento in the same week. What is happening on the Kia Hyundai channel?
What is happening in the House of Commons? It is absolutely insane, the fact that we've had these two vehicles that are direct competitors. We have done a trim breakdown of the Santa Fe, and now we get to do the same thing for the 2024 Sorento, refreshed Sorento. But before we get into it, make sure that you stop and scroll down and subscribe to the Kia Hyundai channel. It's free to do so, and we like to be the first ones to bring you all of your knowledge, all things Kia and Hyundai.
We are called the Kia Hyundai channel.
We are called the Kia Hyundai channel for a reason.
We talk about Toyota. Let's get into the pricing and the specs for our Canadian trim levels for the Kia Sorento.
So to start off, we're going to talk about the entry-level trim, which is going to be the LX, and that is going to be equipped with a 2.5-liter GDI engine with an 8-speed automatic transmission.
So naturally aspirated?
Naturally aspirated.
And non-dual clutch, right?
And non-dual clutch.
All right.
More on that later. Something that I love about the LX is just the host of different safety features that we are going to get that are standard. Of course, like electronic stability control, downhill brake control, hill assist control, all of those things that we typically see on our entry-level models. When it comes to more advanced safety, we do see the inclusion of smart cruise control with stop and go. We have blind spot collision avoidance assist, lane keep assist, intelligent speed limit assist, parking forward collisions avoidance. Lots of words here. Parking distance warning, rear forward monitor with dynamic guidelines on your backup camera, rear occupant alert, and lane follow assist.
That's a lot of words.
That's a lot of words. That's a lot of safety features that come standard on this vehicle, which is so cool to see.
And what's the price point?
The price point for this vehicle, MSRP, is going to be $38,975. Now, that does not include fees, taxes, licensing, or any paint surcharge.
I did want to say, this is the only trim level that you can get with the 7-seater in Canada, right?
That's correct.
All right, it's good to know.
So behind us, you can see we have a 6-seater configuration. It's going to be a bench in the second row and regular 2 seats in the third row.
Which segues us perfectly to the next trim level. It's called the EX, and that's what we're in right now. Of course, you get that 6-seater seating configuration, but we also get a big change to what's under the hood, and we get the inclusion of a 2.5-liter 4-cylinder, except this time it's turbo. And now we have a dual clutch transmission, so it's an 8-speed wet type dual clutch. I absolutely love dual clutches because they provide a much quicker shift, of course, a tad of efficiency, but it also gives you that very sporty feel, which I love. I highly recommend test driving the Sorento first, though, to make sure it's right for you, because some of our drivers do say, oh, I didn't expect it to be choppy. I wouldn't call it choppy, but some do. All right, let's get into it, though. So we got the powertrain out of the way. What you're going to get on the EX is going to be 20-inch alloy wheels, and if you're curious to see what they look like, check out our video. We just filmed it literally 5 minutes ago. We also have LED projection headlamps. Some more styling elements, so you're going to see some more chrome accents, some black painted on your center grille, and we're also going to get a smart power liftgate, which is nuts. So nice to have a feature like that on a trim that is not too high up in the trim lineup. All right, next up, we also have a wireless phone charger, synthetic leather seats, the 6-seater configuration like I mentioned, but also heated seats and a heated steering wheel up at the front. Price point is $42,975 Canadian, so still very fairly priced. And all these vehicles, I should have mentioned earlier, they're all equipped with all-wheel drive plus terrain mode, so snow, mud, and sand. They're ready for Canada.
Do you know what else they're all equipped with?
What?
I realized I didn't talk about when we were talking about the LX, but they all have a 12.3-inch multimedia screen running the new CCNC software, which means you're going to have wireless Apple CarPlay and Android Auto and a big screen even on your base model. Is that insane?
Nice. It's pretty nice.
Pretty cool.
All right, next trim in the lineup is...
The next trim we have is going to be the XLine, and again, all-wheel drive. It's going to be keeping with the same powertrain that Gabi mentioned, but you're going to get an additional ground clearance of 33 millimeters.
Whoa.
Wow. So, go mega off-roading with that bad boy.
Oh, yeah.
From there, we're going to see the inclusion of Highway Drive Assist 1. If you're curious as to what that is, we've done a video on it. We've also done a video on Highway Drive Assist 2, which may or may not come up later in this video. But where we're going to see a little bit of a difference is going to be on the exterior. We're going to still see XLine alloy wheels. They're going to be 20 inches like the previous trim, but they're going to look a little bit different. LED taillights, we see that, and some gloss black elements specifically on the front. We're going to get a bridge style roof rail, dark satin belt line, lots of fun little elements to make it a little bit more rugged, give it a bit more personality too.
Paddle shifters.
Paddle shifters, you can paddle and skedaddle.
It hurts every time we say that.
It hurts, but you're also going to have a regular gear shift, so you can also drop a gear and disappear. Ooh, it gets worse every time. You're also going to see the introduction of navigation, and for comfort, you're going to get the XLine interior, so some additional badging on the front or in the interior, heated rear seats, LED interior lights, and a wood grain center fascia.
Ooh, I love a center fascia.
And all of that for $47,975.
One thing you didn't mention.
Ooh.
So we're still running that 12.3-inch software display, so CCNC, but this time it's going to be CCNC plus navigation. So this means it's our full CCNC, not CCNC Lite. If I say CCNC one more time in this video. All right, one trim up from the X-Line is, of course, the XLine Limited.
What else?
This trim is going to take things up a couple more notches in the luxury department, but still retain that more rugged appeal, right? So for the XLine Limited, you're going to get parking collision avoidance assist in the rear. Ooh. We already had it in the front. And then your forward collision avoidance is going to become forward collision avoidance number 2. So a more advanced system picks up a little bit more and has the option of providing some evasive steering. Okay, we also have our parking distance warning in the forward side and reverse, so not just the forwards and the side, a surround view monitor, which is essentially a 360 camera, and a blind spot view camera. So every time I trigger my left or right turn signal, I'm going to get a live viewpoint of whatever is in the corresponding
blind
mirror.
spot.
LED fog lights, love fog lights, love when they're LEDs. Folding side mirrors, so power folding, and then a rain sensor. Now, it doesn't say rain windshield sensor or rain sensing wipers,
Just says rain
so
sensor.
it might just, the car just might tell you when it's going to rain.
It doubles as a
Weatherman. More on that later. All right. On top of that, we also have digital key too. So essentially, you can unlock, start, drive your vehicle with your phone or your smartwatch. Bose premium sound system, and then you have a 12.3-inch LCD digital gauge cluster. So the entirety of your cluster is digitized, not just the center portion, like we'll see in the previous trim levels. You get an AC inverter in the rear, so 110 volts, leather quilted seats, memory driver seat with lumbar support, and it's quilted, like I said. Driver seat cushion extension, power passenger seats, ventilated front seats, and a rear sun blind.
That's a lot of seating updates.
That was a lot going on.
Speaking of seating, though, can you only get in black interior?
No. You can get our olive brown. Is that the right word for it?
Yeah, olive brown.
I knew that. I was just testing your knowledge.
Duh.
All right. MSRP is $50,975 Canadian.
Now, the last trim that we have is going to be the X Pro, again, keeping consistent with the same powertrain. And also, you do have the option for the olive brown interior on this vehicle, too.
Sweet.
You're going to get a higher towing capacity. So instead of 3,500 pounds, you're going to go all the way up to 4,500 pounds when properly equipped.
Ooh.
That is some serious weight, and that's going to be really comparable with the Santa Fe, the new Santa Fe. On the exterior, we're going to get a little bit of different options. We're going to get 17-inch X Pro exclusive alloy wheels, so smaller, a little bit of a beefier tire with all-terrain tires.
Yeah.
For technology, we're going to get a full digital display ECM rear view mirror with HomeLink. And for comfort, we're going to see a suede roof and A/B pillar trim. So that'll be a nice detail on the inside, a little bit more premium, and suede sun visor too. So a little bit of mixed materials. MSRP on that trim is going to be $52,475.
All right. Charlotte mentioned the increased towing capacity on the X Pro, which of course was 4,500 pounds. Now, if you're looking down a few trim levels, you're probably going to want the X-Line or the X-Line Limited if you still need a decent amount of towing capacity, because you're going to get 3,500 pounds with those. Furthermore, if you go down the trim level line and you're looking at the LX or the EX, you can only tow 2,000 pounds with those trims. And starting on the EX trim, that's when you're going to get your trailer lighting pre-wiring. So some things to note over there.
Very cool, very cool.
Very nice. Now, overall, we've been thoroughly impressed with the redesigned, or I should say refreshed Kia Sorento. It wasn't a full redesign. I will say I had the opportunity to drive this one today, and it has definitely improved from last year. The performance is still there, so it's 281 horse on our turbocharged engine, and you really feel it. It picks up, put it in sport mode, and it's just a pleasure to drive. But it's also efficient. When you throw it in eco mode, it's just a smooth shifting, quiet drive. So they've done some work to the noise, vibration, and harshness development to overall make this vehicle have a more pleasant ride. Definitely recommend giving it a try if you can find one at your local Kia dealer. If that happens to be us, we do have some incoming that are not yet sold, so give us a ring.
Shout out. We've got all of our contact info in the description of this video. So if you do want to get your hands on one of these incoming not Santa Fe's, I'm so used to saying that, Sorentos, but we do have some incoming Santa Fe's too, then please reach out to our corresponding dealers. We'd really love to help you guys out.
Yeah, and thank you so much for watching. If you haven't already, please stay tuned for the latest Kia and Hyundai news, and we hope to see you again in the future.
Bye.